you know where you're going.
Yeah.
That's a quote that your father would tell you, right?
See, okay, this is journalism. So check the versatility over here.
I did have slut written on my forehead 5 minutes ago, and now I'm asking these deep questions. Deal with it! Walk like you know where you're going. You were a Southern girl, you were born in a Catholic family, and you look where you are now. How did you manage to grow into who you are without, I'm assuming, not the role models, the maybe direct support that you are now giving to people who are like you?
Wow, good question. I hope I have a good answer. Okay, so how did I do that? I mean, I think you hear all of those things and you hear nothing but struggle and strife, but I had a family that was loving as much as they could be, right? Loving me through the ignorance. And so I was very fortunate about that. I also have privileges, which, you know, is possible, even being a Black trans woman, which I know a lot of people don't think is possible. But, you know, I was privileged to come from a middle-class background, to be in a family where they really pushed for education and pushed, you know, ideas around autonomy and self-determination. And so I think having those things helped me develop my own sense of identity. So I at least had some tools to be like, okay, none of the scripts that you have around me growing up to be this like hyper masculine, probably toxic cis man fit me. And so what is the real story? And I know the real story. I don't know when I'll be able to share the real story, but I know it's in there. So that was important. I'll also say, look, I benefited from having the internet and unrestricted access to the internet, like I think a lot of millennials did. And so that meant that I found pockets of community online and, like, you know, forums and Yahoo chat room, which who knows who I was talking to. But that was my gateway until I got to a point where I could find other young queer and trans people.
So, I Believe in Our Power is your memoir coming out next year. Can you tell us why now? Why are you writing this book now? Maybe give us a little something, a little tidbit.
Yeah, I mean, so I've been working on this book off and on for several years. I initially thought I was writing a memoir about kind of my transition story, revolutionary. But it wasn't that. And as I was really getting deep into it during the pandemic, I was laid off. I don't know who else experienced unemployment during the pandemic. Shout out to you. You might be on the couch in like 2 years too, I guess. But
maybe.
Maybe. But that gave me time to think and reflect, think about the next chapter. But after, you know, the unfortunate murder of George Floyd, Tony McDade, Breonna Taylor, and so many others, I realized I needed to be telling my journey of activism and like how I came into my commitment around social justice and Black trans liberation. And so it became that story, and I feel really good about it. I'm writing about, or I wrote about 3 different sections of my life, organizing in Atlanta, doing national organizing out in Oakland, California, and then what life was like here in New York working at OUT. So you're getting these different glimpses of it. But I think at the end of the day, the message is, and maybe my editor will be mad because, you know, they don't want you to say much, but I think the message is really that anybody can make a commitment to social justice. And that it's going to be hard, and you're going to fuck up, and that's okay. You know, let's lean into accountability and healing and keep moving forward.
Yeah, inviting people in. I think that's important.
Yeah.
Where can everyone follow you and learn more about what you do and help out with any cause that you're leading?
Yeah, just Raquel Willis on IG, Twitter, all of the things that capitalist people force us to have these days. So.
Raquel, thank you so much for sitting down with me. Raquel, sticking around. so much.